Do you want to convince your clients and your teammates? Then this episode is for you. Hi, my name is Johannes Niari and welcome to this channel. Welcome to Mastering Consulting. On this channel, we want to help you to learn all the skills you need to have a great career start in management consulting. But first of all, let me thank you for taking the time and watching this video. I know you're probably very busy, so it's very much appreciated. And today we have a very interesting topic. We will talk about how to convince all of your stakeholders by starting with why. And this video will mainly help you in 4 ways. So it will make you a much better communicator so that you can achieve your personal goals as a management consultant. Second, it will provide you a framework that helps you to structure all the interactions that you have with clients and with teammates. Third, it will make you also much more efficient so that you have more time doing fun activities. And fourth, it will make you a better communicator so that you can help your team in the best possible way. The tips that I will give to you are based on my own 3 years experience as a management consultant and on many coachings that I did for interns and junior consultants. But as always, keep in mind that although this channel is all about your career development, there's also life besides work. So with that being said, let's start. So let me start with a short backstory. So a couple of weeks ago, I had a discussion with one of my coachees, and he described the following situation. So they had to do on a project a data analysis, and for that they needed some data from some of the employees from the client. So they, as always, sent out a data request. A couple of hours later, instead of the data, he received a very angry email from one of the employees. And in this email, the employee stated that he was very confused, that he didn't understand why they were doing this kind of analysis. He said that this kind of analysis wouldn't work at all, and that he was kind of confused about what he was supposed to do. And obviously, you don't want to have this kind of negative reactions because they can have a very negative impact on your overall project. So over the last 3 years, I have received very similar emails. And for a very long time, I was struggling finding out what the reasons for these negative reactions was. So I couldn't figure it out myself. So I went to some more senior colleagues within my firm and I asked them for advice. And one of those guys recommended to me a book called Start With Why by Simon Sinnek. And this book was a real eye-opener and changed a lot for me. So the book proposes a very simple 3-step framework you can use to convince people. And this is a framework that I want to share with you today and apply to the daily work as a consultant. And this actually helped me to significantly reduce the amount of negative emails that I received. But even more important, it made me a much better communicator because it gave me a framework that I could use in about 80% of all my conversations that I have. But let's start with the framework. So step number 1 in this framework is that you have to explain the why. So the problem is very often that people don't understand why you are doing things or how they can benefit from it. So this can have various reasons. So maybe they don't have the same information that you have, or they don't have as much experience as you have, or they just have a different perspective. So it's very important, and this is also the solution for that you explain in very simple terms why you are doing things and how people can benefit from it. So for example, let's say that your task is to make the sales organization more efficient. And let's say that you need some data from the sales representatives. Then you could write an email that starts with the following paragraph. Let me read it out to you. You could write, "Dear sales representatives, the company wants to significantly increase revenue over the next 2 years. Thus, the top management wants the sales department to fully focus on its core activities. We received feedback that sales representatives spend a lot of time with administrative work. This causes unnecessary long working hours and prevents you from doing what you like most, working with the client. Therefore, we want to develop concrete measures that help you to reduce administrative work and to increase your time with the client." And this is a very, very simple paragraph that quickly makes clear why you're doing it and how the sales representatives benefit from it. And this is usually a very good start to start a conversation or an email. Step number 2 is that you explain the what. The problem very often is that people are kind of suspicious if they are working together with management consultants. So it's very important for you to create a certain degree or a certain level of transparency so that people understand what you want to do. So it's very important that you explain in simple terms what exactly you want to do and what kind of results you expect. So to stick with our example, you could continue the email in the following way. So for this, we want to do mainly 3 steps. So the first is that we want to conduct a survey to understand the status quo. Second, we want to do interviews to identify improvement potentials. And third, we want to develop concrete measures that help us to make the sales organization more efficient. Overall, we expect to reduce the administrative workload by roughly 20%. So this short paragraph makes it very clear what 3 steps you want to follow and what kind of result you expect. Step number 3 is that you explain the how. So the mistake that people very often make is that they start with the how, but it's actually the last step in the framework. So you have to make sure that you made the why and the what very, very clear before you proceed to the how. Otherwise, people won't listen to you. So going back to our example, you could end the email in the following way. You could write something like, please fill out the attached survey. This will take you about 10 minutes and send it back to me by the end of the week. Please also let me know when you would be available next week to schedule a personal interview. So this short statement makes it very clear how you want to proceed, so what kind of next steps you want to perform, and how people can contribute. So that's it. That's a very simple 3-step framework that you can use in almost every situation. So again, to recap, make first sure that you explain the why, then explain the what, and only then continue and explain the how. And although this example was mainly about a data request, you can use this in many situations. You can use this framework, for example, in simple phone calls. You can use it in meetings. You can also use it for presentations. So this framework is very, very powerful and is a great tool to improve your communication skills. So that's it for today. I hope you liked the video and I hope this brought value to you. So as always, I'm very interested what you think of the framework and if you have other communication tips that people can use to improve their communication. So if you want to receive more videos about your career development in management consulting, then please make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell. And I want to thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon and I hope you have a great and successful day. See you next time. Johannes.